going to ask you about this road trip coming up. How big of a weekend is this for you guys, would you say?
It's one of our, I think, biggest weekends we have coming up. I know the team's really excited. We're excited to get on the road and give them a tough battle, and I know we're really looking forward to it.
How tough is, I mean, because obviously you've been in kind of a tie with Colgate all year long, and then you also have to play Cornell first, and they're the team that was in the quarterfinals last year and played you. I mean, is this maybe the toughest road trip you have all year as far as quality of opponents?
Yeah, I would say so, especially coming into the second half. We're coming down to the last grind, pushing through, every game matters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I know that we just dropped in the rankings with, I think, Colgate. So it's kind of nice being the underdog and, ready to come at them and, kind of them to be a little scared of us. Well, they should be.
And you've been here a while. That's what I was going to ask you. Does it remind you a little bit of a couple years ago when you guys had Quinnipiac, had a little rivalry with you guys going?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Especially because Colgate beat us the first game. So I know we're looking to show them what we have now. Yeah.
And with Cornell, too, it's interesting because you guys have won a few games in a row now against them, and they got embarrassed pretty bad here. I mean, what do you kind of expect from them? Do you think they're going to be pretty fired up to?
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first games we had against them. Was one of their first games against us. So I think they're gonna look to come at us again and want kind of revenge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the last thing I was going to ask you was just, does this remind you a little bit of kind of how last year evolved in some ways? Like I remember last year after the break, you guys were pretty consistently winning games and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's the good time, to be playing our best. I think last weekend we had played one of our two best games all year.
Right. So
it's nice that we're coming together and stringing it together right now for the perfect time of the year.
Well, I was going to ask you, just you're kind of nearing the end of the regular season of your first year. What's kind of been the biggest adjustment for you at this level from where you were a year ago?
I think kind of more the competitiveness. Just in practice, you're playing with the best, so it kind of pushes you to be better. And I think just in all the games, it's even more competitive, faster pace. When you get into the grind, even the second half, it's even more competitive. And, you just got to be ready to play your game every single game.
And there's so many talented players on offense on this team. What's it like just in practice sometimes if you have to try to stop, Gable or Jaguar or somebody like that,
It can be a little tough sometimes, but I think that's what makes us better. Especially playing against such good players. It challenges me even more to kind of, and pushes myself really to get into the game situation. And it helps me when I get into games, even against the best players in the league. It kind of, you're in that zone, you kind of know what to do.
And defensively, I was asking other people too. I was wondering, have you always been a defensive player, or did you ever start out as a forward and get moved back? Or,
no, I always played D, even since Tyke. Since I started playing hockey.
What do you like about it? I was just curious what
I think just the feeling when you stop someone from a goal, you kind of, I don't know, it's like a forward when they score a goal. You kind of get the same feeling.
Speaking of that too, obviously this is a big challenging weekend for all the defensemen on the team. What are you looking forward to about playing Cornell again, and also the matchup with Colgate after losing the close game to them earlier this year?
I think just being in the moment, being in that game, it's kind of, it'll be tough, but I like the competitive feeling, and I think it'll be really great.
I forgot, I was going to ask you too about just obviously playing with Emma Keenan for most of the years. What makes you guys work well together? What ways do you think you guys kind of maybe complement each other as a pairing back there?
I think just our vision on the ice, knowing where each other are all the time, knowing that we'll have each other's back. So if one of us is going out for a rush, knowing that the other person will be back to have us. So I think that works really well.
That's really good.